I'm recording this video on the morning of the Women's College Basketball Championship in 2023. And one of the reasons I want to make this video is to just consider the idea, are we caught up in Caitlin Clark mania? Of course, Caitlin Clark's a phenomenal basketball player, one of the once in a generation kind of player, in fact. And I love watching her play. This video is nowhere near meant to be a Caitlin Clark hate video. I'm not hating on Caitlin Clark. I love watching her play basketball. She's phenomenal. But this video is made from a bettor's perspective, a gambler's perspective. And are these odds that we're seeing on this women's national championship game, does the recent hype, are these odds caught up in, or are these odds made because people are caught up in the Caitlin Clark hysteria? That's what's going on this postseason. And so those that have watched basketball, that are basketball fans, college basketball in particular, we've known about Caitlin Clark for a few years now, and she just keeps getting better. And even on the biggest of stages, she comes through. In the Big Ten tournament against Indiana, hitting that clutch game-winning shot, the triple doubles against Louisville in the big dance, the NCAA tournament, and getting 40-plus points, 41 points, I think, against the Goliath that is South Carolina women's basketball. So she's on a roll, no doubt, and I love watching her play. She could shoot from pretty much as soon as she crosses that half-court line. She has a legitimate shot at making a three-pointer. She can pass. She makes her teammates better. But again, this is a video about from a gambler's perspective, from a sports bettor perspective. And so when I saw these lines, and these lines keep moving in or towards Iowa's direction in the favor of Iowa, I'm not sure if I love this as a sports bettor. I'm liking the fact that the money line keeps going up on LSU. If LSU plays their defense, that shutdown defense, just like they did in the fourth quarter, Virginia Tech in that last quarter in the Final Four, then I think they have a legitimate shot of beating Iowa, even with the great Caitlin Clark. LSU has a Hall of Fame coach, Ken Mulkey, who is a legend that I love and I respect. And I just think she's a phenomenal coach. Not to say she'll outcoach Iowa's head coach, but there's a lot of things going for LSU that give them a legitimate chance at beating Iowa and becoming the 2023 Women's National College Basketball Champion. So I'm not sold on this as Iowa being that much of a favorite. So I'm going to go with LSU. For the simple fact is I think they're a good team, of course, just as good a team as Iowa, even though they don't have that big household name star like Caitlin Clark is. But I think some of this might be in part to Caitlin Clark hysteria. If you turn on YouTube, you just see video after video of Twitter reaction to Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark highlights, which is all great. I love it. So the way I look at it is I'm going to win either way. Monetarily, I'll win if LSU wins. They're the money line, better odds, better payouts than I would if I put it on Iowa. And I'm just not as confident in Iowa as I am LSU. Now, if I'm wrong, that's okay, because I don't dislike Iowa at all. I'm just betting this on odds, and what could give me a better return. I love watching Caitlin Clark play. If she wins and Iowa wins, it's wonderful. I'll just see my bet as a price of admission to watch a great player win the national college championship. But I like LSU as well. I'll be fine if they win. Of course, my pocketbook, or my wallet, I should say, my pockets should be better off for it. But, man, with the Hall of Fame coach Kim Mulkey, with that defense, I think they can beat Iowa. And, hey, Caitlin Clark, come back for your senior year, and you might have another good chance of doing it. But we always want to look for value. We want to look for maybe some inflated lines. I think we might have that here. So I got this bet in at 140. Now, I got it on Caesars Sportsbook. Now this, even if I got it at 140, well, it went up. I mean, 10 minutes ago, this was at 150. So it's actually went down. So I was feeling bad because I didn't get it at 150. But so you're seeing the lines move in both directions now. And so when I checked DraftKings earlier, this was 130. Now it's 140. So that's better. If you're thinking LSU will win, that's what you want. You want to see those lines moving in to your favor. Over here at Caesars Sportsbook, which is where I put my bet in, it went from 140 up to 150, plus 150, now down to plus 135. So you're seeing some line swings, and it's usually smart to follow the lines, the movement of those lines. So we're going to see how this plays out. I think both are good teams, no doubt. That's why they're in the national championship game. But I'm curious to see if the Caitlin Clark mania is determining to a large extent what these lines are. And I'm going to be contrarian and go with the Bayou Bengals, those LSU Tigers and their Hall of Fame coach and that good defense to get the upset and beat the Iowa Hawkeyes women's team in the college national championship game. If you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments below. Who are you going for? Who are you betting on? Well, there's no doubt that Caitlin Clark is the real deal. That's not the subject of this video, but looking at it from a betting perspective, is it wise to bet on the Hawkeyes, or is it the right play is to be contrarian and go with LSU? Leave a comment in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you're going to bet and what you think about Caitlin Clark and this year's women's national championship game.